done, Spyro. I hope you know what lies in store for you. Gnasty's world is not the friendliest place you'll ever find. Are you ready to go?
Welcome back. This is it, the final realm where Gnasty Gnorc resides. And we've arrived. So this realm is industrial on docks by the sea.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Gnasty's world now, Spyro. And you are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on! I'm ready!
Reach the exit in each of Gnasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Gnorc himself.
I never paid much attention to the names of free dragons in the original games, but I can confirm that Dalvin is the same dragon we freed in the Artisan's homeworld. I recall he was the second dragon we freed after Nesta. It becomes more obvious in this version holding the portrait of Sparks. The first thing we are told to progress is that we can't use the pause menu after collecting everything. We must reach the exit to unlock the next level. This means the level we face will be more linear than with fewer deviating paths. And we're on our way to Gnorc Cove, and we've arrived. So, Gnorc Cove, it's a solid introduction. It resembles the Nexus, but we immediately know the theme of this level, which are dock workers, engineers, and T-wranglers utilising barrels as obstacles to obstruct our path, but we can also use the barrels to our advantage also. As we can see on the map, we've started on the west of the level, where the path will take us to the east, bringing us to the centre. That is where the exit is located. We're just going to work on clearing this next platform, and then we can free that dragon. So that was a dock worker. This is a TNT wrangler. Oh, haven't had my coffee yet. And the small guys are the engineers.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Gnasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
That was the first dragon we freed in Dreamweavers. In terms of the plot of this realm, it seems the dragons in Gnasty's world have all been freed in previous realms. This was not obvious to me in the original version, but looking at the fandom, several dragons decided to confront Gnasty Gnorc ahead of Spyro, but they got trapped in Crystal a second time. My earlier statement about dragons not doing anything in my Beastmaker's world stands corrected. I do feel that there was a missed opportunity to flesh out this further. Don't get me wrong, this is a great game, and the level designs are amazing, but I feel that in the final round, where it's smaller than the others, something could have been added to make us know that Gnasty Gnorc can see what we do in his lands. For example, each level could have an island in the background displaying Gnasty's fortress, with him trying to intimidate us as we draw closer. I feel this would build up the final boss without overdoing it, and explain how those dragons managed to get trapped in crystal a second time so easily. So in terms of level design in this level, there's no tricky hiding places that I can think of. Most of it is just charging into barrels to line up with the reinforced chests, and that's basically it. The rest is just a matter of checking every corner that the gems have been collected. The focus here is just getting through all the primary obstacles in the level. But we have got through the mediocre parts of the level.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
And that was a dragon we freed in the Artisan's World with the cigar box guitar. The exit should come into view. We can't get there directly. We have to go down the silo through the network of caves, and then surface on the other side where we finish the level. These tunnels are simple though. One tunnel leads to a key, the other one leads to a locked chest, and the third leads to the exit. And this one leads to the key. It's very straightforward. This tunnel here leads to the exit. I don't want to make any jumps yet, but up here is the tunnel that leads to the locked chest. Just got to be mindful of the exploding barrels and the enemies. And that is the second tunnel cleared, so we can make our way to the exit. I'm just using sparks to point upwards, just to be sure that there's no other treasure to collect. And all we need to do is use the barrels to take out those TNT wranglers before we can glide to the other side. And that's everything. We can make our way back to the Nexus. And the second mouth has opened for us, containing more treasure and a portal to Twilight Harbor. But I just need to adjust the picture in my OBS. That's better. So this Twilight Harbor is even more linear than Gnorc Cove. despite this, I like this level better. It has a nice sunset with enemies that appear as the most competent in the game. The survivalists attack by throwing gunpowder kegs and attacking with knives, and machine guns will fire directly at Spyro if they successfully load, so it's important to attack very quickly, otherwise they can knock you into hazardous substances, which we just saw before and have seen again. So it's a good thing that we've got at least 50 lives, but we'll try that again and try attacking that gunner first. Let's move on. And as an added bonus in the remastered trilogy, there's an achievement where 6 hidden gears need to be flamed, and when all are removed, the achievement is awarded. We'll aim to hunt these as well. The first is just behind us on the wall. And we'll aim to get the rest as we go. Those bigger Gnorcs are Gnorc commandos, and they fire rapidly. However, their fire volleys attack around a set area. This is why the smaller gunners are more of a threat than the commandos, because they aim directly towards us with each attack. The elephant in the room is the censoring of the weapons. For example, the gunners and commandos in the original version wielded proper guns with proper bullets. These have been censored by replacing them with toxic goo that melts the flesh off Spyro, so yeah, that's more family friendly. I understand the reasons why this change was made, but if we do compare that censorship to Dry Canyon, an argument could be made for those bird wranglers being more offensive, because the enemies use living birds as a melee weapon to attack Spyro. Personally, I find that display of animal cruelty more graphic than a bullet being fired from a gun. The only mechanic which does require some thinking is the drawbridge that we just gone along over.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
So what we can do is we can raise the drawbridge, which provides a supercharged ramp to the higher level of the previous building. But first I want to leave the drawbridge down to go for that reinforced chest, and we have got it. So we'll make our way back to the drawbridge and raise it again. Don't know why I said again, because I have done it before. There we go. In Gnasty's world, there are fewer secret hiding places. It's possible the developers might not want the players to become too distracted when the final boss is approaching close by, which is why the trickiest places were located in Peacemakers and Dream Weavers. Just want to get this life and glide to this. I'd like to say cauldron. Looks like a cauldron. And then glide here where we can get the third gear. The second gear was in a previous building in a dark corner. Or maybe it was in this building, I can't recall, sorry. Just look in the corners and you can't go wrong with the second gear. So after the supercharge area, the final stretch this is the final stretch. It is bland in level design, but the enemy placement makes up for it, where there is something to attack around every corner. There is another gear in this room. I'm just trying to find where it is. It could be staring at me in the face, but that's another gear. So there are 2 gears to go. I know that the 6th gear is right at the end of the level, so I just want to look around a bit more. Oh, there it is. Hidden in plain sight. What did I tell you? So hopefully when we get past this final stretch, we'll have all the gems and all the gems. And there's the exit. And that is gear number 6. And that's all the gems. And that is the last level before fighting Gnasty Gnorc. So we're going to make our way back to the Nexus. And that also completes Gnorc Nexus. So this is the boss that the game has been building up to. And the developers have made the entrance to this level done in style. It compared to previous levels, it's not a gauntlet of enemies before we see Gnasty, but we still can't get to him until we unlock the steps beneath him. Although he can attack us with his scepter if we stay still. There are 2 thieves to catch. First is through this tunnel, which unlocks the door adjacent to this passageway, and then once we catch that second thief, he unlocks the steps to Gnasty Gnorc. And this first thief is just a matter of cutting all the corners and taking that alternative path where we can cut him off, and we've got him. There are no dragons to free, meaning there are no checkpoints. We need to defeat Gnasty Gnorc. We'll start from the beginning, including catching the thieves if we die. So I'm just going to focus on collecting all these gems. Then once I've got the gems, I will focus on that thief. And we've unlocked the steps, and after unlocking that platform, Gnasty is running away along another hazardous path. The objective is to charge after him, but first, the gems need to be collected. If we don't charge along the path, Gnasty starts running again. which is okay for this round because we just need to focus on collecting the gems to 100% the level. So he's running away again. It looks like he is gaining ground and getting away, but it is fine. We'll catch him at the platform. But after scoring a hit on him, the next and final phase takes place in a lava chamber. Afterwards, the final cutscene plays, and then I'll wrap up and work on the final video for Spyro 1. So please like and subscribe. It does puzzle me that Gnasty has more armor than Dr. Shep, but one flame causes damage. The real challenge is this lava chamber, where the platforms are receding, which causes instant death if I fall, if I'm too slow. But we've got there, Gnasty's defeated, and the Dragon Kingdom is safe.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.